Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Ashley Vandenmyracker, and I am a specialist with Duval County Public Schools' Parent Academy. I'm also the very proud mom of 2 DCPS students, one in elementary and one in middle school. So focus has become a very big part of my life recently as my oldest just moved into middle school. That's been a whole different world for both of us. I'm excited to have all of you here tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you and we'll get started. Okay. So research tells us that regardless of family income or background, students with parents and caregivers that are more involved in their education are more likely to attend school regularly, have better classroom behavior, and achieve higher academically. Because of this, the district adopted the online student software program called Focus to support parents and caregivers and encourage their involvement in their child's education. With your parent account, you have 24/7 access to attendance, grades, student assignments, class, school, district announcements, calendars. You also have access to their state and district testing data, but you also have access to district forms and much, much more. Now, creating your account is just a few simple steps. You'll start with duvalschools.org/focus, and then scroll to the bottom of that page and click the green and white button that reads Create Account. This will take you to the first step where you will have to prove that you are not a robot by entering the CAPTCHA code, which is in this box right here. And you'll just type your CAPTCHA code there and then click Next, which takes you to your information. Now, this is your personal information, not your student's information. So as you complete this form, it's important to decide, especially with the phone numbers, you have options next to each of them with unlisted, send SMS, or NA for not applicable. This is very important for the mobile phone and the home phone number. If you select unlisted for either of those numbers, you will not get the district call outs. So when Dr. Green has an important message for the entire district, if you have selected unlisted, you won't get that phone call. If your child's school does a weekly call out, to let you know what's coming up throughout the week, and you selected unlisted, you would not get that phone call. On the mobile phone, if you select the send SMS option, that will allow the district and the school to send you text messages. Sometimes it's just short little reminders about early release tomorrow, that type of thing. On the emergency number, that's a drop-down option, and you just need to select which phone number you want the district to have on hand for your emergency. So which one do you want them to call you on first, should there ever be a need? Now, after this screen is where you will create your password. The password has to be at least 8 characters long. It needs to include 1 capital letter, 1 number, and 1 special character. You have to choose 3 security questions and 3 answers. Now, the security questions, it will not let you pick the same question for all 3. I know because I tried, because I can't remember all of that. So you have to select 3 different security questions and then 3 different answers. So if you're like me, you might want to write it down or type it in a note on your phone and put it somewhere safe in case you ever need it. This is the only way that you can reset your password if you ever need to. And one thing I do want to jump back and add, the email address that you create your Focus account with, make sure that it's one that you use, because the email address cannot be changed later. So if for some reason you no longer had access to that email address, you have to create a whole new parent account and go through all these steps again. So just make sure it's one that you feel comfortable that you'll have for a while. Now, the last step is reading the Duval County Public Schools acceptable use policy. You can scroll down and take a look, and then once you've read it, just click the I have read and accept the acceptable usage policy, and then click the finish button. Your parent account is essentially set up at that point. But you will have to go in and verify your email account. So you log in to the email address that you used to create your account, and you'll have an email from this FIM service at duvalschools.org. In that email, you'll see down toward the bottom an email verification link. Now, after verify, it will show your email address. So if it does not show your email address that you actually, use, I would call the helpline, and I have that number for you at the end, and then they can help you with that. But click that link and it will let you know that you now have 21 days. Oh no, I jumped ahead of myself, sorry. And then your account is essentially active at that point. But you haven't linked your student to it, so you could log in, but you won't actually see any information. So to link your student information to your parent account, you go back to duvalschools.org/focus, scroll down to the bottom, but this time, instead of clicking create account, you'll click link student. If you are not already logged in to your Focus account, it will prompt you to log in, and then it will take you to this screen. On this screen, you can add all of your students at any school, however many you have, you can add them all at one time. From the drop-down menu, you'll select the school that your child attends. You'll put in their student ID number without the lowercase s in front of it, and then you enter the student last name. Then you'll click add. That has not submitted the information. It has just added that student to the form that you are submitting. So if you have more than one student that you need to add, you would repeat those same steps. And then once you have added all of the students to your form, you click submit. Then you'll get another email from the same FIM service at duvalschools.org, and it will just let you know that your request to add student, it'll have your student's name, then their student number to your account. You are required to visit the administrative office at the student's school. You have to take a photo ID up there and show it to the front office within 21 days of your request. So if something happens and on day 22 from your request, you haven't made it to the school to verify that you have a right to access your student's information, the form resets, the request just disappears essentially, and it's almost as if you never made the request. So then you have to go back in and link your student to your account again. And in the email that Focus will send you, it will tell you when you need to have it submitted by. So it will say your request will expire on, and tell you exactly when you have to get to the school by. Now I know things are a little bit different now with limiting the number of people in the building, so you might want to call your school and see how they want you to handle verifying your account. Some will let you just bring in a photocopy of your driver's license. Some will let you do it over the phone if you can verify other information. So call your school before you go up there. So once you have been approved and verified, you'll get another email just to let you know that you now have access to your students' information in Focus. Now, once you get this email saying that you have been approved or that your request has been approved, it can still take up to 24 hours for Focus to recognize that you actually can see that information. And Focus updates itself every night at midnight. So it could just take up until that next morning. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's instant. Now, I want to show you a recording. It's a short little walkthrough that I made of actually navigating the Focus platform. I recorded this last school year at the beginning, so the forms that you'll see in here are a little bit different, or some of them I think are not even relevant for right now, but everything else about navigating the platform is the same.
To log in to your parent account or Focus account, you'll want to start at duvalschools.org. Scroll down until you see the Quick Links menu and select the Focus option. When you log in, you'll want to be sure to use the Parents, Guardians, and Partners tab. Log in using the email and password that you created earlier. Once you've successfully logged in, you'll see your portal page. Here, you'll have any district and school announcements, which can include alerts, emergency notifications, as well as information about upcoming deadlines. As you scroll down, you'll see a snapshot for each child linked to your parent account. Here, you'll see their course schedule, the teacher, an attendance summary, as well as their overall average for each course. You can also view the student planner, which will display any assignments that their teacher has updated in Focus. On the left menu under My Profile, you can see your current contact information that is on record for the district. You can also make any updates or changes to it here. Once you've made any necessary changes, select the red Save button. Back on the left menu, under Forms, you will see any active forms or applications that the district has available. Currently, we have the late regional Duval homeroom request, the Duval homeroom cancellation, as well as the transportation registration form. Remember, this registration form is required for any student that will be riding the bus to or from school. Under the Forms option, you'll also see the magnet application and special transfer option application when the school choice window opens in January. You also have a tab for each student linked to your parent account. When you expand the Student tab, you can see their information, grades, attendance, their class schedule, absences, and any referrals that may have been assigned. Under Child Info, you can see how the district has your student classified. A red X means that that option has not been selected. This student is not enrolled in Duval homeroom. They are attending a brick and mortar school. You can also see any test results from district, national, and state tests. To get back to your main portal page, simply click the Duval County Public Schools icon in the top left corner. If you find you have any questions while you're navigating through Focus, you can click the Help button at the top of the screen. Here, you'll have access to helpful information about the basics of your portal page, how to use the messenger option for messaging teachers and guidance counselors, as well as district and school announcements and student information. You can also select documentation for parents and students at the top of the help page, which will take you to an option where you can select a parent and student portal guide, or you can click on the Focus University training videos for parents and students. Here, you'll find videos to help you learn more about all of these options for Focus. The Help menu option is a great tool. You can also search by keyword or topic. To log out of your parent account, simply click the Log Out button in the bottom left corner. Remember, you can access Focus at home on your desktop computer or while you're on the go on your mobile phone, tablet, or through the DCPS app.
Okay, so there are a couple things that I want to just review and go over a little bit more in detail, or things that are different now than they were when I recorded that video last school year. This is a view of the forms that are currently available in your Parent Focus portal right now. As the district pushes out new forms, this is where you'll be able to find them. On the grade side, over toward the right, the dates for the grading period will always be there. I know that I tend to forget when the quarter ends or when I can expect a planning day to come up, so this is helpful for me. You also have all of the teachers over here on the right side, and you can click on any of the teachers' names in order to send them an email. Now, this email feature is available in your parent portal account, but also your student Focus account as well. So if you click on one of the teachers' names, it opens up an email message window. And from here, you have the option of including any email address on the CC line that you want, the subject. You can also select the option to be able to email more than one teacher at the same time. You can choose all of them, or if it's just two, you can email just two. And then you just type your message in the box and then you click send. And that will go straight to the teacher's email. And if you want a copy, you just check that box right there. Now, I do want to show you the planner, which is a wonderful tool if your child's teachers use it. So if you click on the planner tab, it shows you every assignment that the teacher has entered in Focus up to that point. It usually shows about a 2-week window at a time, has a white triangle on the date, today's date. And then if you hover over some of the assignments, if a teacher has additional instructions, they'll pop up there, or you can click on an assignment and it will pop up with the information for that assignment. So on the first assignment, the replication versus repetition, under details, it'll show you how many points the assignment's worth, the number of questions, the category that the teacher will include it in the grade book in. Also, you might see a tab that says resources next to details. If a teacher, or if you see that resources tab, it means the teacher has included something attached to that assignment. So in this case, it's a replication versus repetition document. You can click the icon and it will download to your computer. Sometimes teachers will do that just as a reference page. Sometimes it's the actual assignment that your child will need to complete. Now, a grade of NG means there's no grade for that subject. That is not uncommon at the beginning of each grading period as grades are cleared out and teachers are starting to get the assignments put in again. If you want to see a more detailed view of grades, you can click on the percentage and it will take you to a detailed grading view. So it shows you all of the assignments on the left, shows you when the assignment was actually assigned or put in Focus, and then it shows you the due date. Now, some teachers will have students upload assignments to Focus. Like these three are, that's an actual document that the student had to upload. So if your child has an assignment that needs to go in Focus, if they hover over the No Files tab, it will give them the option to scan a document, upload a document, or take a picture of a document. And they can click on that, and then they can either choose a file, they can drag a file there if it's open, or they can take a picture if it's you know, something for art, or if they wrote it out and it's not in a Word document, whatever the teacher prefers, and then they can upload it there. Focus is not always on point. It is a wonderful service, but just like any technology, it has its little quirks and glitches once in a while. So if you find that you need assistance with Focus, there is a dedicated Focus helpline for the district. It's 904-348-7628. They are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then on the weekends, they're available 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. They also have an email address, which is pga_support@duvalschools.org. I think emailing them is especially helpful if it's the type of error that you're having where you could take a screenshot and include an attachment of what that error is. Now, if you don't already follow Parent Academy, please take a minute and just take a quick picture of the screen, or go ahead and grab your phone and visit us on Twitter. We are Parent Acad DCPS. On Facebook, we are Parent Academy Duval. On Instagram, we are Parent Academy Duval as well, all lowercase there. And on YouTube, we are Parent Academy-Duval County Public Schools. And you are always more than welcome to email us any questions at parentacademy@duvalschools.org. Even if it has nothing to do with Focus, if you have a question about anything, please reach out to us. We are here to help you. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for giving us your time. I see a little, oh, you are so welcome. Thank you. I appreciate your time and y'all being here with me, and I hope this was helpful, and I hope that it lets you feel empowered as a parent to take that next step and engage with your child's teacher and stay involved. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.